एवरीवन वेलकम टू अ न्यू वीडियो एंड आज की वीडियो में हम परफॉर्म करने वाले हैं ईडीए थ्रू पाइथन। ठीक है, सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी कॉमन टॉपिक एंड वेरी मच एक्सप्लोर्ड इन डेटा एनालिसिस एंड दैट इज़ व्हाई इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू कवर दिस फॉर यू गाइस। ठीक है, so for those new people who don't know what is EDA, so EDA means exploratory data analysis. So this is about modeling the data, ठीक है, in order to apply to some examples such as machine learning, ठीक है, and plotting in EDA consists of different charts and graphs such as histograms, box plots, scatter plot, and many more. ठीक है, it is often Mm, ठीक है, it often takes much time to explore the data, and through the process of EDA we can do it in a very quick way. ठीक है, in where we need to define the process statement or definition on our data set, which is a very important thing. ठीक है, so next question comes is how to perform data analysis. ठीक है, what is like how to do this exploratory data analysis. So there is no common method for this. ठीक है, it really depends on the problem statement you are solving. So do focus on what case you are going to solve. ठीक है, and whereas in this tutorial I'll teach you a simple way. ठीक है, there are some common things which you can follow, and that is what I will be telling you today. ठीक है, that is it will be having a proper structure and one by one we'll solve them together. ठीक है, so in today's video we are exploring through a dataset that is on card ticket which I got from Kaggle, and the link will be shared with you all in the description. And this dataset consists of among 10,000 rows and more than 10 columns, which contains features such as engine fuel type, highway mpg, city mpg, and many more. Okay, so in this tutorial we will explore the data and make it ready for modeling. Okay, so that is our foremost overall basis of the video. Okay, so to do this we'll be using our foremost Google Colab. So just need to search collab.google. Okay, and with that we will come to the overall the dashboard of our Google Colab. Then you have to create new notebook and यहाँ पे हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, so let's the Google Colab settle up and ready to be performed. ठीक है, उसके बाद हम डेटा को एक्सप्लोर करेंगे. सो विल फर्स्ट नीड टू कनेक्ट. ठीक है, इफ़ यू आर वॉचिंग माई चैनल, हमने बहुत सारी वीडियोज गूगल ऐप पे करी हैं, एंड सो यू शुड बी वेरी वेल वर्स विद द ओवरऑल इंटरफेस ऑफ गूगल ऐप. ठीक है, नाउ with that it is ready to be done. I'll just first rename it, so EDA file. ठीक है, EDA for Python. I'll just write it like that, and I'll start with the codes. So first and foremost is importing. ठीक है, so what to do is importing the required libraries. ठीक है, under which we have Panda, Numpy, Matplotlib, and warnings. Yeah, they are good. Then we can go for is I want inline. ठीक है, inline. So I'll just write Matplotlib inline, and also SNS dot set color code. ठीक है, I'll just give a color code to them. Okay, so that is all we need for this overworking. ठीक है, अब now as we are done with the importing of the libraries, we'll go to the loading of the data. That is loading the data into pandas. ठीक है, data frame in certainly one of the most important step. ठीक है, and while you are loading, ठीक है, you need to see that your data is completely imported or not. To do that, ठीक है, सबसे पहले मैं क्या करूँगा, I'll just connect the file. So I'll go and I'll upload. So this is the dataset file which we need to upload and work on. And as I said, I'll share the link. Okay, so you guys don't need to worry about that. So I'll just put down a comment. Okay, कि I just want to load the dataset, and if we get a, so we got this. just I need to replace the link here. Okay, I just paste the link. I'll push this, and now you can see the data is written. Okay, to check it, I'll just put down head. Okay, I'll just bring heads, and we can see we are on the right page. We have all the things which are really needed. Okay, so if we are done with head, let's try printing tails first. Okay, so after head we can go for tail, and that is also 5. So last 5 we can get is 11,019 and 13. Okay, so these are the basics. Now let's check the data types. Okay, data types is very important, so we need to check data types. Now we have all the data types for all the columns. Okay, overall you can see we are more with the objects followed by floats and integers. Okay, so overall till now we have done is importing libraries, loading the data set, फिर हमने head को present करा top 5 like top 5 kids and then top 5 tails. ठीक है, that is below 5 cells. ठीक है, next what we'll do is dropping irrelevant columns. ठीक है, now this step is certainly important and it totally depends on the problem statement you are working with. So suppose there are columns such as in this data set we can have as fuel and market, or we can have vehicle style, popularity. I don't want to go for that. So they all are irrelevant columns for me. So for all those irrelevant columns, what you need to do is you need to drop them. Okay, you just need to drop them as soon as possible because they will just cluster and make your data heavy without of any help. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll write the names. For example, if I want to write the names, I can go df.drop. Okay, now I can go for a specific row or I can give names one by one. So if I put like this and I'll just write the names for suppose engine fuel type. Okay, is the best way is you don't need to write, you just need to copy it. ठीक है, ताकि जो overall syntax error है वो आप पे ना आए. So just need to go and make this changes, Control V. ठीक है, and then I'll just click comma and then we'll put all this in a single list. ठीक है, then I want market category to be removed. I want vehicle style. ठीक है, and then we can have uh vehicle size, I guess. ठीक है, I just want the vehicle size to be removed. So I just write vehicle size. ठीक है, if you have syntax errors, so this will not remove what you are asking it to remove. ठीक है, so let's go for this and I hope this works. I want to remove number of doors too. ठीक है, so let's remove number of doors. And then we can give the axis format, that is x is equal to 1. Now here I need to start and now it is done like this. So we got, perhaps we forward a comma, fine, I'll just do it myself, or I can ask the GPT to do that, like Gemini to do that. So I want vehicle style to be removed and this has to be in this format. That is why it is creating an error. Now vehicle size not found in Axis. So the problem we are going with is I just copy paste this. So this is why you should not focus on like writing yourself. You frequently get the syntax errors, and this is the way you solve them. Okay, so now you can see that these are the points which have been removed. And now if I check the head, okay, if I just check the head of 5 things, so now we have removed engine field type, market category, vehicle size, vehicle style, and number of doors. We have left with make, model, year, engine cylinders, transmission type, driver wheels, highways MPG, city MPGs, popularity, and last one we have MSRP. Okay. Now these names are like engine HP, engine cylinders, transmission type, driven wheels is, I guess this also can be changed. Okay. I wanted to rename. So how do we rename in Python? So I just write rename. Now Go Gemini will give you an syntax. Okay, how you can do that. You can directly click tab and do this. So I just click tab and it will give me the thing which I want to replace with. So it is giving me engine HP. I want to replace with suppose I want to do it with HP. Okay. I just want HP, then I'll put comma. And then next I want to change yeah, it's going good. Engine cylinders with cylinders, transmission type with transmission, driven wheels with drive mode, highway MPG. Okay. If I want this all to be done, I just go and I'll click enter, it will be done. But I don't want this to be changed, so I'll just remove this. Okay. And I think we are good to go. So I just click on shift and enter for direct run and it is done. Now if I check head and again we check the heads, now you'll see the things have been replaced. So now you will see HP, cylinders, okay, transmission, driven fuels, MPGH. So this is how the renaming is done. Okay. Now as we are done with the renaming thing, okay, let's move forward and check the next step, which is about dropping the unnecessaries. Okay. So let's review what we have done till now. We have imported the required libraries, then we have loaded the dataset, we have checked the heads, tails, and then we have checked the data types. We have been working on dropping the irrelevant columns and then renaming them on our behalf. Okay. And then we are showing a df head. Okay. Now the next the very sixth step is to drop the duplicates. Okay. Now to drop, first we need to check the shape. Okay. So to check the shape, I'll just put shape and let's see. We are with total overall 11,914 and 11 columns. Next, I want to duplicate rows df.duplicated and then print the number. Okay, fine. This is good. Now number of duplicates found are 989, 11. Okay, so we have 989 rows among the whole the data set. Okay, that is like rows and columns in mix. That has to be removed. Okay. Now to remove that, I want a count first. So I want the count of overall cell and their values. So we can see there are 11,1914, then HP has 11,845, only cylinders have so these things has to be fixed. So seen above there are 11,914 rows and we are removing 989 rows of duplicate data. So to remove them, what you need to do is simply just write down df data frame is equal to df.drop and I want duplicates to be removed. Take it. And then I check the head. Now let's check a count. So you can see there are many duplicates that has removed. So if I check the shape, so it would be have reduced. Ticket df.shape. I'll just check. So you'll see it is now 10,925 and 989 have been removed. Okay. So this is how you remove the duplicates. Okay. If we found any missing values, so how you will check if there are some missing values or not. So to check, you have to do a sprint df is null, ठीक है, and some value, ठीक है. So overall it will count every missing value and it will show you. So overall it's showing 69 and 30. So this is the reason in the even step while counting both cylinders, ठीक है, and transmissions like horsepowers, ठीक है, cylinders and horsepower had 10,856 and 10,895 over 10,925 rows, ठीक है. So this is the well, because these are having the missing values, ठीक है, they are blanks. So what we'll do is we'll drop them. To drop missing values, you just need to write data frame dot drop now, okay, and that is you all, ठीक है, and then I just want to count them. So now you'll see कि we have removed all the rows which contains a null or not available values, ठीक है, that is in cylinders and horsepower. So how do we check that? I just want to print df is null, okay. So we can see there has been some error. So what we can do is we can just approach back and look for the values that is creating the problem, ठीक है. So data frame is equal to df dot all. So we have not replaced the value, ठीक है, हमने नए वैल्यू बना ही नहीं है. So I need to change it. And now you can see all values have changed and the values have been dropped. So if I run it again, you'll see it all has been removed, ठीक है. So यहाँ पे गलती ये थी कि हमें इसको असाइन करना था की से which have not been assigned earlier, ठीक है. Now it is assigned and the new data set has no null values, no not available data set, and everything is fixed and equal. So now data is very good for data analysis, and this can be taken for further analysis, ठीक है. For example, if I want to do a last thing that is outlier detection, so I just write a comment first, ठीक है. Now, why writing comment is very important for me? There are two reasons. First one is for you guys, ठीक है, if I every time I share the file, you guys should know what code is for what relevance. Second thing is, now this is a time where you don't need to learn just Python. You need to learn how to integrate Python yourself and the AI, ठीक है, that machine learning, that NLP which has been developing. So this is an era where you should learn focusing how you can take help from AI systems and help your codes run faster, smoother, and quicker. ठीक है? If I don't write all these comment sections, ठीक है, all these comments, so they won't add much change. ठीक है? If I just write a prompt, the system will write itself the whole code. But I want this thing has to be a systematic format. ठीक है? So to do the outlier detection, an outlier is a point, ठीक है, where that is a different from the other points. Like suppose there's a group of points and there's a single point different from uh, a certain group. So that is an outlier, ठीक है, that is having a different properties from others, ठीक है. Now to do that, I just want a box plot, ठीक है, because Python knows that for creating outliers and to knowing how we have to deal with them, you just need a box plot. So I just go for price, ठीक है, I don't want the HP, I want the price. Now in price you can see this thing, ठीक है, this 1 2 3 4 5, this 5 things are outliers because they are not in the single group. So all this distinct values are outliers. To fix them, what we can do is I can just have an axis, ठीक है, I can just draw to them, or I can do is I can define HP now. So suppose this is done. Now I want for the HP, which was already coming. ठीक है. Now this is for HP. For cylinders, if I want, I just write SNS dot cylinders. So yeah. So this AI just somewhere automatically detect what are the things which you can uh watch on and what are the data analysis, how it can be done good. So to remove outliers, ठीक है, or to fix outliers, ठीक है, what we do is we have to define quartiles. So Q1 is the first quartile which we work on. And if you want to learn more about, you can do Google search or you can go on articles. ठीक है, I'll just pin down some of the articles. ठीक है. So in first quartile, as we all know, we'll take 25% of the data set, and the Q3 is 75% of the data set, and then we'll check the range. ठीक है. So till how does it goes? I want IQR to be printed. So if you are not understanding, ठीक है, suppose this is giving me in Q1. So that is Q1 is equal to data frame dot quantile and then 0.25%. So I can just click on explain error. Okay, if I'm not getting something, if I want the things to be good. Okay, now if I keep on solving this thing, so it would take some time, but using Gemini, I can just do orders. So I can just accept and run, and then it will solve it for me. So yeah, you have seen this remove outline. It has added and comment that they select only numerical columns. Okay. So now it is checking that all those quartiles which I'm working on, so they are numeric only. Okay. So it has been added, and that is a fix. So you have seen a magical live presentation of how you can utilize AI. Okay. So now don't worry about the error values because it's important, and at the same time it's not important to know each and every one of them because it's just important to know how to use this technique in order to remove that, right? Okay? Because it will totally depend on what are the data sets you are working and how you are writing the comments and how Gemini is helping you. So that is the part. Okay? Next, what we can do is data frame dot is equal to, you can just uh work with 1600 rows. Okay? That is approximately the overall outlast which we are getting. Okay? So I'll just do is df, okay, is greater. Yeah, it was going good. And then I want the df dot is a new key, and it has been defined through df from numeric, and then it merges, and now overall you get 4038 and levels. So uh you see, but you cannot completely remove the outlast because even after you see use the technique that we have used to remove the outlier from numeric columns only and merge the filtered numerical data with the non-numerical columns from the original data frame. But there may be one or two outliers unremoved, but that is okay because there are more than 100 outliers. So something is better than nothing. That is the overall conclusion of the report. Okay? Next, we can learn is how to plot them. How do you plot? So I want to just plot histogram for maybe number of cars, I guess. Okay, I just want this has to be for number of cars and make. So if I go for, so this should write plot figure size 14 into 6, and then value counts bar, okay, and on the title. So you will see I give a title number of cars by mistake and then label it with the different one with the make and number of cars. So number of cars, make, and now we have Chevrolet at the top, followed by Toyota and Volkswagen, Nissan. For and then we have Hummer, Maserati, Genesis. So this is the histogram of number of cars and make. ठीक है, who is building how much. ठीक है, that is you can do from your data. ठीक है. Next we can generate a heat map. Okay, that is working more with the heat maps. That is, yeah, I can go for 10:5. I want it to be 10:5, and I want it to be cool one. Yeah, it's fine. But now again we have what is BMW. Okay, so we got another init map that is okay. So I don't want this. I'll just change the heat map section, and I want it to look like C and C map. I want a C map. Okay, is equal to cool. Okay, so size is with a 0 axis. I just want to fix. I want this to be 10:5. I guess that works far more better. But yeah, so it will remove. It will add the correlation numerical only. Yeah, so every time you need to add the numeric values only, then only it will show up. So now you'll see correlation map, that is year into year 1. Now HP is to HP is 1, cylinders to cylinders it's 1. So now it's showing the most highest values. They are more centric, they are into red colors, and more cold values in like more or less in blue colors. So more interrelated is 1. That is if it is highly uh, correlated, and it is having a direct relationship. So you can use heat maps because it is a best way to find the relationship between the features that can be done using the heat maps. And using this we can know that the price feature depends mainly on the engine size, horsepower and cylinders, because they are having the more relations. Okay, so this was how you build a what you say a heat map. Okay, you can also build others like scatter plot and all. So this is how your EDA is performed. That is how you clean data, you remove duplicates, you find the missing values, you deal with them, and you overall make the dataset perfect for analysis purpose. Okay, and after that you can go for regression methods, you can go for predictive analytics and all. Okay, so that was all for the today's video. I hope you have learned many things and you have understood about EDA. Okay, I'll share this file as a reference. I'll share the dataset link. Also, if you have any doubt, you can just comment down in the comment section and we will totally deal with that. Okay? Thank you so much. If you want a specific topic to be covered in detail, please do that in the comment section and I'll surely bring a video on that. Okay? Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.